It ain't nothing that you can do in these kind of situations, but you can keep talking about waiting on God, but these demonic people, they laugh at that, because my child, you taking advantage of me and my child, basically, in this country. And my child needs to be with his mother. Everybody is my enemy. On that note, you know what I'm saying? Because my baby, I don't want to shed another tear because it's not in me to keep crying. Once I realize that you gonna take full advantage of a little 2-year-old just because his mother went to jail for protecting herself, ain't no more tears to cry after I done told everybody what was going on and they removed my channel instead of going and doing something about these people, man. My child should have been back in my arm, but these people removed my channel and then tried to set me up. They tried to set me up. The battle ain't really mine. It's the Lord's. Because a white man was attacking me and my child in the house. And all these Americans threatened to rape him. They threatened to rape my baby and kill him and took him from me. Story of America, right? And I'm supposed to sit somewhere and cry? I'm supposed to sit somewhere and keep crying out to all the people that had the power to come and stop the shit when I was in the cell while they were doing that to me and this child? I just wanted to see for myself what this country really was made of. Because then they want to see somebody go off. That's why I really be looking at these cases where people would be so-called, they be accusing folks and stuff. Man, you can't even believe none of the shit that they say. You can't. Because the way they lied on my case, they just did that shit like spilt milk. Like, bloop, ooh, I just spilled some milk. You don't do no shit like that. And then to find out that these people got shrines with children and you want to discredit me and say whatever you can say about me so you can cover up for people that got shrines with other people's kids. You was an asshole, man. I can't even deal with a system like that. I already coming up poor than a motherfucker. I ain't got enough money to pay for court days while somebody could be molesting my little boy. I don't got enough fucking money for that shit because I don't got too many hours in the fucking day to keep leaving him around no goddamn pedophiles. Because they think that they getting away with the shit because of this suitcase and my pregnancy. They see how everybody tried to dog me and this baby out, and they think they're getting away with what they said they were going to do to my little boy. And see, that's why I had to pick up a gun in the first place. Well, because people think they just can do whatever the fuck they want to do to us. And it's wrong to have him split from his mother because you can take advantage of him. And that's exactly what Joseph and Cynthia and them said they was going to do. And her house was filthy and there was violence all up in her wicked ass house. Oh, because she white and she got some pocketbook money. You going to let my son be in that hellhole? And then have people over there talking about, oh, we're not going to help Andrea, put her out. I'm a woman of God. And that's why I say the battle is not even mine. It's not mine. But when it comes to my child, it is mine. So basically, they want to paint me out to be a terrorist over my little boy. Because Joseph is a child molester and Cynthia is a child molester. And how do I know? Because they came and told me in the spirit that they child molesters. And so for everybody to be sitting back thinking you're going to usher in some new pedophile movement where you going to kill his mother because she out with this bullshit, no. I'm not finna be... I can't be working from paycheck to paycheck to paycheck knowing that this nigga told me he going to put his orals in my baby mouth like I said. See, that's why I had to pick up a gun in the first place. People messing with my son. And then they want to kill me instead of letting us go. All you had to do was let me and my son go. But then you go threaten to molest my son. Knowing that Andrea gonna want to retaliate against us because we threatened to put our penis up in her baby mouth. Because she shot Austin. While he was vulnerable with y'all wicked asses, and I was in the jail screaming with them trying to poison and murder me and this baby, and then y'all think y'all gonna have me walking around pregnant with this baby, going from place to place with niggas thinking they gonna be fucking on me while y'all talking about y'all gonna be raping on my baby, and then you wanna talk about I'm crazy? Him messing with my son is why I shot him. So they said they were gonna retaliate against my son. And I seen a picture of my son from Cynthia in December 2019. And his eyes looked real dark. And I talked to him on the phone, and he sounded like he wanted mama to come pick him up. And God told me not to have no contact with her. Because I got on my knees praying when I was at Colin in them house. They was all talking about, oh, you need to get a job. I'm pregnant. All this shit they did to my body in that jail. And then he talking about, oh, I need to go get a job. So I'm walking around looking for a job, walking miles and shit. And these people wasn't hiring me on purpose, being racist. Because they already knew who I was. And they knew I was trying to get my baby. And they knew they had no intentions of giving them back because they want to make me look like I'm crazy. So they could try to kill. Because a white man got shot. But they were trying to kill us in the first place on some ritual bullshit. And I got on my knees and I asked the Lord, I said, God, what I need to do? Because I ain't had no YouTube channel. I ain't want to make one. I had to make one when they really tried to come at me. I was like, what I need to do? First thing he told me to do, and don't have no contact with Cynthia. And he said to tell her that she was wrong for trying to keep me from my son. And he told her. And she wanted to attack me. And then he said, and then she parading your son around. She was parading him. How filthy. And to threaten him like that. But that wasn't most important. He said that I was pressing charges on Austin, on Cynthia's son, who was attacking me, and who is my son's father. And then God said Cynthia was going to try to get me first. She over there in the spirit trying to tell God, leave her son alone. And God said not to have no contact with her. So I ain't had no contact with her. And they've been trying to get me for Cynthia. Just like God said. They were going to try to get me first. They tried to get me arrested. For what? Because I'm coming for his father to press charges on him? Yeah, I am. And it's entrapment to try to get me for anything until I do that. Because the state should have been had him in custody for it in the first place. God showed me a lot of things. And I had it on my other channel. I said I never trusted Cynthia with my son from the time he was born. And now I know that I was right all along. The type of mother that she was when I met her. The type of woman that she was. I got the right to say something about the woman who have my child. And I said, she wanted my boy to spend the night. with her, she claimed. Then she's showing me a video picture of him on the couch with Joseph, alone, a newborn baby boy, while she in there claiming she asleep. How dare you? Like I said with my last channel, I didn't give her permission to give my little boy to Joseph in the middle of the night. And I knew something was up with that bullshit. And I was angry at Cynthia because I never would do that to someone else's child. I don't give a damn if you claiming that's his grandpa, whatever. Like I said, people talk about money they spend. Oh, I help pay for this, I help pay for that. Just because you help pay for this don't mean you can molest my son. I don't give a damn what you claim you pay for. You can keep all your goddamn money. Because I don't whore out my children. Since we got to get down to it like that. Because you ain't finna hide behind nothing that you done bought. You ain't finna hide behind nothing that you done gave no goddamn body concerning me and my children. To think you gonna get away with laying a hand on my baby sexually or abusively. You can call me the biggest crack-whore prostitute of the century. And I still wouldn't give a damn, like I said. Even that, not gonna give you no permission to be laying your hands on my child. Like he a grown man. And these people got problems. They think they can punch on him like a grown man. And then they told me they think they're going to sex on my child like a grown man. And we got some problems, Houston. And then you got all these wicked-ass white lawyers and white attorneys that think they're going to be all gruffy, sitting right there covering up for her old redneck. Covering up death threats to my son. And then think they're going to have thugs and hoes all around me, following me around. Trying to make me go through their minions to get back to my baby. Because I shouldn't even have had to come all the way out here to Atlanta. They had them black people out there covering up for this shit. And God said that if they made me leave with my bag, that he was going to expose what them black men was allowing to happen to their daughters out there in Houston. And I don't really know exactly what he meant by that. But something about their daughters being underage. And something about God knowing something about it. And something that they must be doing with their daughters. But yeah, there's my suitcase too. And God said not to make me leave Houston. And they did. I was lured out of Houston by a relative, claiming that they wanted to help when they just really wanted to bring me deep into the woods where people could do all kind of shit to me. And then I ended up coming here to Atlanta thinking that, okay, I can at least get into a shelter. And I already knew they was going to be calling in favors because it was the United States. So I already knew they're going to be calling in favors to make me not be able to get accepted anywhere in Atlanta. And I had to get in their ass about getting me into at least the Salvation Army. And then they had this big old lady staging stuff inside of the shelter to have me out of the shelter. So they want to molest kids. And they want to kill their mothers. And they want to let anybody attack people like me. I done been forced to buy I don't know how many guns. But this time, if I had to buy another gun, then that's it. That's it. It was because they was letting Cynthia Vera and Joseph and them molest my baby. So, as retaliation, and said they was letting people gang rape my son, and people thought they was just gonna keep leaving me outside and everything. Trying to have gang members attacking me and shit. So, you know, as much as I would love to say that my life gonna turn out good and everything, I'm going to have to die about my baby. And I can't have people trying to kill me while I'm trying to put out the information. So I'm going to have to buy me some more protection for myself while I'm in Atlanta or when I go to another state, because they following me all over the place. So for me to have some protection for me, it's a good and a bad, because it could protect me long enough to get the information out about what's really going on about these child molesters, and to just try to get somebody to be allied with me that got enough fortitude to be like, hey, we know the evidence about a pregnancy in the case, and we just want y'all to release the boy and release the woman to us, to care for them, and y'all don't have to let them back into your society or whatever. But for me to have my own protection in order to even put out the evidence, like, I had people trying to fight me and everything, and it done wore my body down a lot. So at some point, I'm going to have some protection for myself, because they think they're going to kill his mother and be molesting my son, and then just have everybody sell me out and shit. And it's easy to erase everything off my channel. I don't put 7,000 videos, 700, 1,000 videos out that got erased off of my channel, shit that I put hours into. So it's like they chased me with the evidence from the medical infirmary all around Texas, to where I lost all my paperwork from the hospitals and everything about my pregnancy. I lost all my paperwork because people bothering me and chasing me and everything. So it's completely illegal the way they're doing it. And I don't even have no ID to even get no protection for myself. But at some point, I need to have it, because I know what they trying to cover up. They just trying to do wickedness to someone. My little boy needs to be with me. Like, the worst thing that I could have did was let these devils into our lives. They wicked, and it's all white people. It's their whole race. After what I seen about Cynthia being a witch and a child molester, and Joseph being a molester, and his father being a molester, and all the white people in their neighborhoods and the gang members that worship them being molesters, then it's at that point, it's like, all right, man, y'all got it. All right, that's why God was like trying to even show me, like, damn, like, y'all got it. They might have to just kill me, because I'm not finna be living amongst a whole bunch of child molesters and men, people in the courtroom, child molesters, people erasing evidence about child molesters. I'm tired of this shit. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me. You could call me what you want, say what you want about me. I don't molest kids, and I don't got time to keep talking about nobody threatening to molest my son, and then me gotta try to go through no courts and no bullshit like that. Like, nah, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, what I see these people talking about, they do mutilate kids during this ritual sexual abuse. You talking about mutilating a baby while you molested and raping a child, man? Fuck that shit, man. You don't go through no courts for no shit like that. You don't. And then that's just letting me know,